Hey, who's got my money? Where's my money? I want to find my money. Hey, good morning. It's Rental Robert with the Hustle Nation. Hope you're having a fantastic day. We're all about some financial independence. It's about 5:15 Tuesday morning. I did not want to get out of bed. However, there's people relying on me, and there's things that got to get done. I got a job that's not going as fast as that I think it should be, so I have to be present to see kind of what's going on with it. So stay tuned. We're going to have some great topics coming at you. If I'm discombobulated, forgive me. Still haven't got my first cup of coffee down and everything like that. Running a little bit behind because I kept pushing that snooze button. However, you know, I always talk about discipline and motivation. Motivation comes and goes. I didn't have any today. Okay, I wanted to stay in bed and stay night, keep sleeping. Yeah. But discipline is when we get up and do it regardless. You keep grinding. I have people ask me about this. Cash on hand. What do we do? How much should I have? A lot of that's really relevant. Buddy of mine that he's worth about $8 million, he keeps $100,000 cash on hand. It's within his grasp as long as he's in his hometown within about an hour. And so he has access to 10 stacks at any given time, so to speak. You know, and all of this is just going to kind of be relative in the sense that, you know, what should I have on hand? Please keep in mind, my biggest thing is, or not my biggest thing, but I preach this constantly is that I hear people talk about, well, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that and everything like that. But what I never hear them talk about is their foundation. Okay. And as you start on your journey having to do with success, you're going to see some. You're going to have some money start coming in. You're going to start doing better. The problem is that most people start spending that money. Okay? And I've seen it where I was getting into doing hot shot hauling, and I saw a lady that on one of the groups said, hey, I'm going to try doing this locally in my hometown, and I'm starting out with a pickup truck. Man, people persecuted her and everything and just blew her up and whatnot. And I said, girl, get out there and get after it. And once you grind hard enough, then, you know, buy you a bigger truck and then get your truck and trailer and everything like that, you know. I personally am not a huge proponent of going out and taking out a big loan on a, you know, $80, $90, $100,000 for a truck and a trailer and everything, and then for you to go into business, all right? Because you're already under the curve when you're having to do that, because you've got to perform at a certain level. To be able to do that, you've already have to mastered some other skills. One of those is marketing, okay? And unless you get into a sweetheart of a deal where somebody is just constantly feeding you jobs and you don't ever have to work for them per se, then great, congratulations. But otherwise, the rest of us, we got to get out there, hustle, and get that job coming in and everything like that. I've seen a guy here in town that he went from having a 6x10 utility trailer to a 7x14 dump trailer. He kept grinding. He kept putting money away. He said, man, I'd have to make 3 and 4 trips to the dump when I could have made 1 trip with your trailer. But I kept after it. I kept doing it. I didn't get discouraged. And the thing about it is that you learn the value of your time versus the dollars that you make when you do that. Okay? And so much of this success thing doesn't have to do with the actual dollars. It actually has to do with the person you become on your way to receiving that freedom. And the thing about it is that so many people have no idea about that part of the process. And that is the most liberating, the most rewarding part of it, is the person that we change to become to be more successful. Because you're gonna have to change. You're gonna have to adapt. You're gonna have to do things you're not okay with. You're gonna have to get uncomfortable to experience some growth. And the thing about it is most people don't want to do that. And what they don't realize is that if you always do what you've always done, you're always going to get what you always got. All right. And so the thing is that if you're going to move into a new territory, you're going to have to pick out a new route to get there. Okay. That same old path is not going to take you down that road like you want it to. I don't make the rules, but I got to play by them. So the thing is that figuring out exactly what it is that we're going to do. Like I said, my buddy's worth about, $5-7 million and everything. He has $100,000 on hand. And the thing about it is that $100,000 emotionally gives him a sense of security that if something comes up, boom, he can move on it real quick. Okay. Now, like with me, I have gone to look at houses when other people are there. Okay. They'll be hemming and hawing as far as what they're going to do. And I have actually put down and offered to do non-refundable deposits. What do you mean? I know what I can do. I know where I'm at. Here's $2,500. We'll close in 3 weeks or less. Non-refundable. If I don't make that happen, you get the money back. No contingencies. What? Everybody else went, well, I need an inspection and I got to have my AC guy come over and everything like that. Now with Robbo, I've already walked this place. If you accept my price, here you go. You make money just entering into a deal with me, okay? And the thing is that money allows me, pardon me, to go to the front of the line. So often people are not in a position to do that. And most people are like, what? You make non-refundable deposits? I'm doing something different. It's uncomfortable to most. Me, I just look at it as an investment on a chance. Okay? I've already walked the property. I've done the inspection. I like what I see. I'm willing to risk that amount of money to lock in the opportunity to make that purchase on that piece of property. Most people don't think like that. I'm not saying I'm a good thing like that. Far from it, okay? This is just one of the things that's worked for me. Again, cash on hand. Normally I at least got a couple hundo in my pocket in case I come across something. I'm always looking for building supplies, windows, nice looking used appliances, stuff like that. A lot of times you got to be able to move fast on them and everything. So having cash on hand for your fingertips is real important. The other thing is that I highly recommend, at least having a minimum of 6 months worth of living expenses on reserve in a bank, somewhere close, on a debit card, something, cash, in the shoebox, whatever, somewhere close to put your hands on it. But then everything else you need to have in play. Have it in an account and be doing deals. Like, I got a buddy of mine that, he flips motorcycles and cars and everything like that. So he's got a lot of cash around him because you never know, but he's always ready to make that move whenever it comes by. But see, that's his working capital. That's not his living capital, and he keeps them separate. He don't ever touch that living capital. He said, man, this when the zombie apocalypse comes, Rob, this is it. I get it. Okay. So with that being said, set whatever your goal is for your expense. We need 6 months. That should be what you're counting on right now. Start putting that money into an account, save it, whatever that figure is. If you need, $4,000 a month to be able to live on, you need 24 grand sitting in the bank. All right? Trust me when I tell you this, there's a sense of security that comes knowing that you don't have to go to work for the next 6 months. All your bills are going to get, you have nothing to worry about. That is a fantastic feeling. And there's less than 7% of the United States that can enjoy that. I want you to have a wonderful day. Be productive, be profitable. Get out there and figure out who's got your money.